What's up, everybody? It's Darkstrider, the YouTube Assassin, and today I have another Assassin's Creed Odyssey build video. This time we have another version of the assassination build, but this time we're using the Pilgrim's outfit. Now, as you can see, the Pilgrim gear has my assassin looking a little bit more like one of the assassins from previous games. Uh, I think it kind of looks like the White Mage from the Final Fantasy series at the same time. It's just a very weird looking, odd kind of color scheme, you know? Anyway, yeah, a couple of you actually said that you use this over the pirate gear like I have. And this automatically has 40% adrenaline consumed by Shadow of Nyx's ability, minus 40%. Now, that obviously is really great because we're going to use Shadow of Nyx, and we're basically, being that this is an assassin build, we're going to be doing a lot of hiding, camouflaging, and stealthy, sneaky moves, all right? So you definitely want to make sure that on this kind of build, you do have a lot of assassin damage. You also want to have certain abilities that will just take the enemies out real quick. So for this, I ended up putting the 25% crit damage, which I believe was similar to what I did with the pirate hood. Yeah, I kind of mirrored some of the things, not all of it. As you can see, the pirate outfit I actually like a little more because it has the plus 15% damage with all of the assassin abilities. Now you can add that to certain armors or weapons on this build, but you know, I just went a certain way. Let's see. As far as the gloves went, because we're squishy, I put 30% total armor. Let me see, just for funsies, what I did. Yeah, I did plus 5 crit chance on the pirate gear. So, I mean, you could do that. That way you have a better chance of critting, having critical hits. Again, here I put 25% critical damage. On the pirate set, where was that? There we go. Yeah, 25% critical damage. Over here on the Pilgrim's belt, I put plus 5% crit chance. You definitely need to have the crit chance so that you are able to actually land those crits. But again, being that we're going to be sneaking around a lot, see on the pirate race band, I put 3%. Like I was saying, being that we're going to be sneaking around a lot, you really, you don't really need to emphasize criticals. Okay, you do need to emphasize certain abilities so that you could take people out in one shot, and other abilities that you'll disappear. Now on the boots, I ended up putting plus 3% all damage. I wanted to make sure that, we actually did a lot of damage when, we needed to, which will basically be when you're sneaking up from behind. Let me just see if I can find, I probably did pass the pirate. There we go. All right, yeah, on this I actually put the ability that you get on this set, on the Pilgrim set, minus 40% adrenaline consumed by Shadow of Nyx's ability. So, as you saw on this one, I decided to go with all damage. All right, now as for the weapons, I kept Paris's bow, which is pretty much the same, plus 20% damage with Ghost Arrows of Artemis ability, which the Ghost Arrows I really like. I decided to put 25% headshot damage on it because, like I say in all my videos, if you're going to actually take a shot at somebody, you always want to go for the head. It does more damage, and you get more experience points after the person drops. So always make sure you have that head damage on at least something. Weapons, I again went with the Dagger of Cronus. So it does have warrior damage, whatever, plus 15% damage with daggers. Plus 40% damage when attacking from behind, and that's the big thing right there. We really, really want to be able to attack from behind. And of course, I left on this set, on these daggers, the 100% damage, but health capped 25%. Now, like I say in all of my videos, some of you, are not able to do that. Some of you, are a little bit worried about your skills. You need a little more practice or whatever. If you're fearful of putting something like this on, make sure that you put something that has maybe assassin damage or, critical hit chance or anything like that. All right, that's also pretty good options. And then as far as the offhand, I have the Xiphos of Dionysos. And again, it has the assassin damage, it has the critical damage, 20% damage with hero strike ability. I love the hero strike ability. And like I say, it's like one of my staples, so I make sure that I've got that there. And then I also added low chance to gain a 30% health shield when hit, which, as if we're gonna get hit, hopefully this shield comes up. You'll see like a little yellow proc go on, and that kind of means that it shielded you. Like you're not gonna take any damage. Now I know sometimes you do see the yellow thing go on, and that's your adrenaline being built up. But in this case, that's not what that is. Like you'll see, they have very distinct and separate looks to them. So let's go to the abilities. Now the abilities, you want to go heavy assassin, okay? And also keep in mind that I've got about 66 ability points, so that's why I have like all these like really weird abilities. There are certain things you're going to want to focus on, okay? This right here, this was unnecessary revelation. Like I say in most of my videos, I just like to be able to like see everything. I like to be able to see, maybe things that I've missed. And I like to be able to see enemies that I may have missed. Sometimes when you do this, if there's an enemy nearby that you didn't get a chance to like actually look at, this thing will pop and it'll show you the level of that enemy. So I like to have that. But, on your build, this is unnecessary. What is necessary is going to be here, Shadow Assassin. All right, you get to sneak up from behind, does a lot of damage, which I really like. We have Rush Assassination. This is a favorite of mine when you have to take out a small group of people. I maxed it out because you're able to take out 4 at once. And sometimes, like I've done with a couple of mercenaries, you're able to knock a mercenary down or hit the mercenary, then take out somebody else. And then if you didn't kill the mercenary with the first shot, you can actually hit the mercenary again. All right. And then go for like a 4th person. I have actually done this with 2 mercenaries where I stabbed one, stabbed the other, then stabbed the first one again and stabbed the other one again, and it took them right out. So it's just a lot of fun things that you could do here. Now we're moving along. Critical assassination. If you're going to sneak up on them from behind, you hold the button down a little longer and it does a little more damage. Hero Strike, this is a staple of mine. I love to do it. I love to use it. Sometimes it one-shots the enemy, which is really great. I love when I'm able to one-shot an enemy, or I could even use it as a way of controlling a situation. If I'm surrounded by enemies, sometimes I'll use this and it'll help me clear a path because that enemy just goes straight down. So I love to have that. Now, this ability, Vanish, this is necessary because as we're walking around, as we're doing things, we need to be able to like disappear. This causes a bright light to hit everybody so that way you could run off. All right, maybe sneak away and then use the Shadow of Nyx's ability, which is up here. Now, again, this as long as they don't see you, you use this ability, you become completely invisible, and then you can walk around as you're invisible. All right. The only way that people will actually see you is, as you see in the little animation, the guy is walking down the path. If you got right in that path, then he would actually see you, and you would become visible. The other way is actually with animals. Animals, if they see you, like they're gonna right away, rat you out. You're just gonna become visible. So that's another way that they could do it. Now, Stealth Master, I like to put this on this build because you're silent. You're well hidden in grass or in trees, and nobody can see you. It's a great way to like hide if you don't have any adrenaline, so that you could use your Shadow of Nyx's ability or your Vanish. If you're able to just run around a building and then run in grass, you can move silently and they won't be able to find you. Now, over here we have in the Warriors section, I put a couple of different things. I put this charged heavy attack because, again, sneaking up from behind, if I want to, just really knock them out the park like you see in the animation, that's what that's for. Sparta Kick was actually unnecessary. If you don't have the ability points, you don't have to use this. I put it there just because I had all these extra ability points and really nothing else really spoke to me. I guess I could have put Slow Time, but again, we're going to be stealthy and we're not going to be seen. Okay, call to arms is also fun, but once again, we're not going to use it that much. All right, we're going to be using all these other abilities. One that is necessary is second wind. At 25% health, we really do need to be able to, clean off any fire damage, any poison, or even, last minute, we need to be able to just, heal ourselves. So that's why I put that on there. I always put that on every single build. Weapons and Gear Master. It gives us a little more protection and a little more fighting power. So I put those there. And most of my builds, I put that. I really enjoy having that around. This over here, Ring of Chaos, you really don't need it. This was another unnecessary. I just had extra points. But you really don't need Ring of Chaos. This basically will just blast your enemy, any enemies that are around. So it's good for like crowd control, but again, it's not necessary. We're going to be in stealth mode most of the time. Overpower attacks. I only really needed to put one rank in here. The whole reason for putting that there was so that you could get Battle Cry of Ares. But, I always go with the 3 on overpower attacks. Again, if you don't have the ability points, that's not necessary. You could just put it 1 just to open up Battle Cry of Ares and then add, 3 ranks to Battle Cry of Ares, which you go like complete Kratos mode. All attacks inflict 50% more damage for 20 seconds. All right. And then if they're about to kill you, you actually don't die. You'll still have a slither of health. So I like to add that as well. Hunter, again, unnecessary stuff. Devastating Shot, I always put on, does more damage with arrows. Gotta have that. I always put Arrow Master. When you put 3 ranks of Arrow Master, you're actually able to get in your inventory the golden arrow satchel here, and then you're able to craft all these other arrows. So that's the whole reason that I actually put that ability there, and I always have it in every build. But that's unnecessary if you don't have the ability points, if you don't have the points to spare. Okay. Sixth Sense, again, I put that there, which it snaps, to aim your target. I like to have that there. Again, it's really not necessary if you don't have the ability points. Archery Master, just like all the other trees, it actually, improves your headshot damage and stuff like that. All these other trees have their own kind of, master ability that helps you do certain things. So that's the whole reason why Archery Master is here. And I actually enjoy it. I use it a lot. Overpower Bow Strike, again, not really necessary. You could only put 1 rank here just so that you could open up the Ghost Arrows of Artemis. But I do like to have all 3 ranks in Overpower Bow Strike just in case. Look at this. You shoot a powerful charged arrow that deals 1,500% hunter damage and explodes on impact. So that's pretty powerful. Again, unnecessary though. If you don't have the ability points, you could just put 1 rank there and then go here. Ghost Arrows of Artemis. This goes through walls, goes through shields, goes through everything. So I like to have it around. I like to add it to a lot of my builds. So that's why I have Ghost Arrows of Artemis. Again, like I say, if you don't have the ability points to spare, you can put like 1 or 2 in certain ranks. Like you could just put 1 here and 1 here just to open up the top tier abilities. Again, over here, Sparta Kick was unnecessary. You really don't even have to have heavy charge attack. And again, Revelation, you really don't need that either. All right. Like I said, I had all these ability points. This is what I put my ability points into. So you don't have to exactly follow everything else. The most important things are going to be this whole line. Hero Strike if you want it. Vanish is going to be important because we have to be able to disappear. And then second wind and all this stuff going up will be important. You really don't need Ring of Chaos, the Sparta Kick, or the charged heavy attacks. And then over here, we want to go all the way up there. And, you really don't need either of these if you don't have the ability points. All right, so that's the build. Oh, one more thing before I forget, because this was a really big thing with everybody. I wanted to make sure that we saw the detailed stats. I did say we were going to start doing that. So here we go. Uh, Assassin damage plus 248%, which is amazing. That's pretty good. Damage with headshots 290%. That's if we have to take a headshot. Let's see. The damage with daggers plus 30%. I could try to boost that up a little bit. Critical hit damage is okay, 175 down the line. And the same with the chance. It's about 20%. That I should have actually put a little more so that our chances are improved. But we'll see how we do. Armor bonus 120%, so that way we're less squishy because we only have a quarter of health at all times thanks to the daggers. The build-ups are normal. And let's see. As far as utility, we got decent numbers. They could be better. Adrenaline per hit is only 15%, which, I mean, that's really not going to do like a lot for us. But we'll make that up in just sneaking around. So again, like I said, this is another build where we're going to be sneaky. We're not going to try to be seen. Shadow of Nyx, that way we are able to sneak around. And all we really want to do with this build is just sneak up on people and take them out. We really don't want to, actually get into a fight, because that's not going to work for us. Okay, there goes that mercenary. He's gone. All right, here we go. There we go. One hit damage. That's what I like to see. One hit kills. If we get seen, we could hit vanish. We could hit a bunch of other things just so that we could disappear. Keep using Shadow of Nyx just to make sure that we aren't seen anywhere else. That's all we really want to do. We just want to do this, but just for the heck of it, let's do this. See? Get to pick your target. You have a couple of seconds to pick a new target. And I think I'm out of targets. Yep. But I could have chained that about 4 times. Oh, great. Here comes a mercenary. This is where Hero Strike comes in. There we go. I even try to do that control there. Sparta Kick is unnecessary. And we want to get the heck out of here. Now, I used all my adrenaline, which was a very bad thing. As you saw there, that was the shield. The 30% shield. So here we go. We could just keep running around. We disappear. Hide. And then we could come right back into it and start killing them again. That's basically like the whole thing that you're going to do. Like, you really don't want to get into a confrontation with this build. Super squishy. You saw how quick I got the heck out of there. Using a lot of the abilities to disappear was the whole reason of adding them all. You really do not want to stick around. You want to disappear as soon as possible. And now everything's quiet. Nobody could really see me. And we'll sneak up on these guys and start the whole process over again. The heck with it. We'll assassinate and we'll run. Here we go, vanish ability. And now we just run and hide. We disappeared. That way they don't see us. Or they do see us. A lot of fire. We're really squishy. There we go. Getting out of there. Nice little dodge. There's some crowd control there. That guy was actually kind of unaware. What are you stabbing at? And that's one of the reasons I love that ability. But again, you saw how squishy we were. Real quick death. You know, that's why with this build, like I said, you really want to just sneak around. You really want to be stealthy. You don't want to get caught. You want to be able to like do your massive hidden damage and then come back at it. But anyway, you know, that was this build for now. I could probably improve it with a couple other things, a couple of crit chance and you know, maybe even some extra health. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out an awful lot. And as always, thank you for watching.